anyone and everyone. This is Kim the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do the collective for today. Today is a Monday, July 28th, 2025. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Links are in Linktree. Linktree is in the description box. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, we love that for you. God's kiss, right? Whatever does not, please just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. Pardon the look. I just spent like the last half hour sitting outside enjoying some fresh air, although a little stagnant because it's really hot out there. And I just ate my dinner. The door is open, the cats are loose. I already closed my bedroom door because I don't want them in there. So I was like, I probably need to leave the office door open. We got 3 on the table. So I went to Meyer to look and see if I could find a quinceañera card. No such thing. Like, I couldn't find one. And I thought, okay, like maybe, like, I'm like, maybe it'll be under wedding. I found what is it, a bat mitzvah. I found cards for that. I couldn't find quinceañera. I was like, 5,000 cards and not one. Hey, baby. Okay, that was like cat hair, but it was like a feather. Okay, this reading is not like yesterday's, I don't think. All right, we got 7 on the table. We'll do 2 more shuffles here. Hey, baby. She's like, I'm going to ignore you now. Are you sure you're my mom? We got 8 with bottom of the deck. I'm going to set this over there on the windowsill on the box. We've got scavenge, observation, self-interest, direction, teamwork, growth, routine, and bottom of the deck, memory, feminine, masculine, take how it resonates, it doesn't matter. Take how this resonates, because this is another dark one. That there's nothing. And I know when I do the crow oracle, it tends to be a little bit on the darker side. With the scavenge card, somebody wants to take something from another person, or wants to take something from a situation. It's like they want to steal something, they want to get away with it, they want to walk away scot-free. They're watching somebody, whoever this is, they're watching somebody. It's all, the card says it all. It's all due to self-interest. Whoever this is, they're watching somebody because they want what they have. So let me just throw this out there for an example, okay? I don't want to knock on wood. I don't want this. I don't want this type of energy, but I'm going to use myself as an example, okay? So let's say somebody's watching me, right? Like somebody's watching my TikTok, somebody's watching my YouTube. Hi. Yeah, you don't need to do this. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's say somebody's watching my TikTok, somebody's watching my YouTube, my social media, right? Whatever I got going on at the time. And let's say they look at my TikTok and they look, and I was talking about this with you guys yesterday or the day before. Let's say they're talking about like, I don't know if the cat just attacked the other cat, or it's hard for me to tell because Pickle doesn't cry very loudly. Um, let's say they look at my TikTok and they see all the views, all the likes, and they're like, "Holy shit! Like this person's doing really well for themselves. Look what they got going on here." And then they look at my YouTube and they're like, "Okay, steady following. It's increasing every day. It increases every week. It increases. She's putting out content every day, pretty much for the most part. Like it's consistent. Like she's doing her thing. She's working really hard." Whoever that is that's watching, right? Again, this is just an example. Whoever that is that's watching, it's not only do they want like my TikTok account, like, oh, I wish I had that account. I wish I had millions of views. I wish I had millions of likes. Oh, look at that YouTube. Yeah, that's steady. That's consistent. Like I wish I had that. They're they're going to look at me on my YouTube channel and be like, I wish I had their psychic ability. I wish I had their intuitiveness. I wish I knew how to read tarot cards. I wish I knew how to read cards. I wish I knew how to read people. Hey, come here. Come here. You need to knock it off. You're being an ass. I can tell you're being an ass. And why is your tail all poofy? Bubbles. Bubbles, come on. Come on, get up here. Quit monkeying around. They want what I can do. It's not just that they want the account, they want, what has been created there. They want like what I can do, what I can create. You know, on my TikTok, I do primarily like reposted memes, some political things, some educational stuff. So they would like look at my TikTok and be like, "Oh, well, how did they decide to go that route? Like why did they choose like those types of memes? Why did they, when they wake up in the morning, like what are they thinking when they post?" Like it's going to sound kind of gross, but it's like this person wants in this other person's skin. And it's kind of funny because I was listening to a song on the way home, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was called. And in the lyrics, he says something about like you can't get in my skin, or my skin is my own, or something like that. I think it was kind of like a country song, but not. I don't know. I have to go back to my phone and look. This person wants to be this other person. This person wants everything that they have, but they want to be this other person. It's like that thought like, well, the only way I'm going to get that is if I'm them. If you believe in like destiny swapping stuff like that, I don't really talk about that kind of stuff. But I know it's out there. The energy is out there. People try and manifest for that kind of crap all the time, I'm sure. Um, if you know about it, like, I mean, it's a thing. People do it. Does it work? I don't think it works personally. I believe whatever is meant for you is meant for you. Like, God's not just going to be like, oh, sure, here, take this $1 million that was meant for Susie, even though you're not Susie, you're pretending to be Susie. Like, I don't see it. But it does kind of give like an energy of somebody that would maybe like manifest for destiny swapping or something. This person wants to go in the direction of this hardworking person, the person that they're watching. They're hoping for some type of connection, some type of what do you call it? I mean, the card says teamwork, but just like a business, hoping to go towards this other person to get into business with them. My thing is and I've said this before when I've talked to you guys about like future partners and stuff. Like, what I have created on my own is mine. If I get into a relationship with another person and they're a creator and I'm a creator and we create something together, okay, great. Then we create something together. It's ours. But whatever I have before they come along, that is mine. Whatever they have before I come along, that is theirs. I get really sick and tired of people thinking that they can just come in and be a part of, whatever you got going on, and it's like, you didn't create this, you didn't come up with this, you didn't work on this for 2 or 3 years, you didn't work every day, you didn't, toil and whatever, like, you were out there partying, having fun, looking for a girlfriend, looking for a boyfriend, like drinking, drugging, whatever. And then you decide to get serious and you see me and you think I'm an easy mark and you're just going to, land the deal of a century, Like, that's not how it's going to happen. Like, I don't play games like that. Again, like, they're hoping to get into like some type of partnership with this person and be in on the growth. Cuz who's to say, like, you could be watching somebody and like, yeah, they're doing good, but they're not there yet. But if you get in on the right moment and all of a sudden fame hits, money hits, whatever hits, luck, right? Everybody always thinks it's luck. Like, ooh, I got in on the right time. Like, they're going to share it with me. I'm their partner. The funny thing is, here's the funny thing about this reading. Here's the funny thing about this reading. Whoever this person is that they're watching, it's happened to them before with the routine and the memory card. Like, whoever this person is that's doing well for themselves that this other person is watching, they've either had something similar happen or they've had some type of premonition, some type of intuitive insight, some psychic vision. And they might, whoever this person is, they might not even believe in that kind of stuff, right? They might just be, rolling along through life doing their thing, and somebody's watching them thinking that they're going to make money off of them. And this whole time, this person's like, nah, I already had that. Like, some loser tried to, siphon my energy, take my money. Like, I kicked them to the curb. I'll kick you to the curb too, Hi. I know you're cute. You're so cute. You're one of the cutest things in the world. This, whoever this person is, they don't know who they're up against. Because whoever they're watching, like, this is old hat to them. Like, they may have been through this multiple times. And look at it like this. Let's turn it around and let's say that the person they're watching is famous and is wealthy and is a millionaire. How do you think that you compare? How do you think you're going to get in on that? Like, how do you, like, what do you have to bring? What are you going to offer? Because you can't just go up to like a creator that's a millionaire and works their ass off and has this whole empire and be like, oh yeah, I'm your new partner. Like, pick me, I'm amazing. Like, you have to have something to show for that. Something. Okay, go on. You don't need to be licking me. We went through this morning, remember? Bubbles, stop it. It does it like, whoever this might be, they could be completely delusional. It's kind of funny. I got into a discussion, not so much a discussion. We went back and forth like twice on my Facebook. A guy that I work with, who, he's the guy that I went out with last year. I invited him to walk with me in the morning for the sunrise, and he was playing games. First of all, he's like, "Oh yeah, you're inviting me? Yeah, we already talked about this. You're gonna come walk with me. I'm, like, you don't want to walk? Oh no, no, yeah, yeah." And I said to him, "Do you want to grab breakfast after?" Okay, this guy thought it was a date. And some of you might remember this story, some of you might not. He thought it was a date. I could have paid for my breakfast. He paid for my breakfast. He interviewed me for a wife position I was not interviewing for. I had no, like, I didn't want it. I don't want him, He's a nice enough guy, and I could see being friends with him, but we don't have a lot in common because he doesn't hustle. He doesn't do anything. He goes to bars and he goes to concerts every weekend, like, and watches old people sing. Like I'm not saying that to be mean. Like, I like, seriously. Like, he goes and watches cover bands of old people singing younger people's music. I mean, I don't know. Like, we have nothing in common, not really. And I had posted something on Facebook, and he got on there and made a comment. And it was the woe is me, everybody feels sorry for me. Nobody wants the good guy. And I got on there and I said, well, that depends on what your definition of the good guy is. Because every guy I've probably ever been with has said they're the good guy. Have they been the good guy? No. No. I was with them. I think I would know. And I'm sure women before me and women after would know. And I said to him, I said, it depends on what you consider a good guy. I said, I don't really give a shit about a good guy or the bad boy or whatever. I said, I want somebody that's going to take care of me. And I was just honest. I spent my whole life taking care of men. Now it's somebody's turn to take care of me. And I said, if I can't find that, then I'm fine on my own. I'll just take care of myself. I mean, I've been doing that my whole life. And his response was, well, what kind of relationship is that? It's supposed to be equal, equal on both sides. Sir, sir. I stopped. I didn't even respond after that because my response is too intelligent and he's not going to understand. And then he's just going to get mad, like a good man does. And like, yeah. Like there are millions and millions of women out there. Well, let me put it like this. There are thousands of women every day that leave their spouses, leave their boyfriends, their girlfriends, whatever. It doesn't matter. And they go out on their own because they're tired of taking care of another human being. Nobody takes care of them. They're tired of taking care of another human being. They go out, they go back to school, they get better jobs, they buy their own homes, they create things. Like sky's the limit. When you have the energy and you have the time and you can put that time into yourself, think of all the things you can do for yourself. Think of all the things you can do for the world. And he's basically trying to sell me the 50-50 idea. The 50-50 idea is a thing of the past. And I think I said this like last week or the week before. Like women want 100. Like if you're not willing to put in 100, they're not going to give you 100. And they sure as hell are not going to commit to you. And the ones that do, no offense, those are desperate women. I'm not afraid to die alone. In fact, I always assumed I would. I mean, I would hope not, because, I would like to be in a relationship. I would like a partner. I love to be in love, but, and I do love to take care of somebody, right? Like I used to all the time. But now I'm of the mindset like I deserve to be taken care of too. If I'm going to put in that effort and take care of you, you sure as fuck are going to take care of me. And there are millions of women all around the world that have said the same damn thing. And these men out there are still acting like they're not listening. Like they're not listening. And no offense to the guy at work, but he brings nothing to the table. Nothing. He owns his own car and he works 40 hours a week. Congratulations. He puts in absolutely no effort for anything else. He doesn't own his own home. Uh he doesn't have any like hobbies other than drinking and going to clubs to watch old bands play and gambling. He gambles a lot. He gambles a lot. Yeah, a little too much. And it's kind of funny because I noticed that where I work at the warehouse, a lot of men there gamble on the stupidest shit, people. The stupidest shit. I don't get it. I don't get it. I play the lotto 3 times a week. That's $6. And I think that's expensive. I have no idea what they're spending out there when they're gambling, but I can only imagine. And it's sickening. Because a lot of those people have wives, kids, husbands, whatever. Like, and they're all out there wasting their money. Like weekly. Like weekly. Whoever this is, whoever they're targeting, whoever they're watching, they're wasting their time. That person's not going to let them in. Whoever the person is that they're watching, the creative one, the worker bee, whatever you want to call them, the hard worker, um, nope, it's not happening. And it's kind of okay. Okay, this is kind of funny. In the growth card, you see this crow like screeching, right? Screaming. I don't know what they call that. I'm sure they have a specific word they use for that. Memory card, the crow's doing the same thing. Talking, whatever. Um, when this person realizes they're not going to be allowed in, when they realize that they're not going to be, um, they're not going to be able to like convince this person. Like again, if I'm the example and somebody's watching me right now and they're watching this reading and they're like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna con her, I'm gonna take her business, I'm gonna get all her money, and then they watch this reading and they're like, fuck. Like I just picture somebody getting like really angry, realizing like they cannot pull one over on this person. Like they're angry. It's even here in the self-interest card. They look like they're screaming or talking or something. Whoever this person is, they like to throw like little tantrums. Maybe not even little tantrums. They like to throw tantrums. And I don't know why, but I'm seeing like one of those like big like F-150, like a big truck, white truck. Nice truck, right? What are they like? What is a truck nowadays? I don't know. I bought my car 2 years ago. It was 36,000 with the taxes and the fees and all that. So what's a truck today? Like 60, 70? I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Something about a big white truck. Hey, if you think I'm going to let you pick on Homer or anybody else, you're wrong. Oh, yeah. Stop it. He's just going to go attack one of the girls. I swear to God. He's having a tantrum. Right? Yeah. Hey, buddy. What was I saying? Shoot. Truck. Big truck. Oh shoot, I was thinking something. What the hell was I thinking? I lost my train of thought because of the damn cat. I lost my train of thought. If I remember it later, which I probably will not, but if I remember it later, I'll put it in the comments. Whoever this person is too, um, like they're making a list. It's almost like a It's interesting. It's almost like somebody writing on a list like what I have going for myself right now, and then doing like a 5 year plan, a 10 year plan. Like somebody like literally like I wonder how much money I can milk out of this person every year. If they continue to grow, if they continue to change and move this around and do this with their business, like how much money will they make and how much money can I take? I would just I before I call it quits because I'm gonna call it quits. I still cannot remember what that was. Um, I would just be cautious whenever you are going along through life and somebody wants to get involved with you on a business level, especially if you are a creator, if you have your own business, that kind of thing. Because I would make sure like you don't sign anything, get a lawyer, that kind of thing. Like if you're specifically going to take on a business partner, or let's say this person comes in as a lover and you guys get together and then all of a sudden they want to be involved in your business, I would just watch out for things like that, cuz that's like red flag. That's like red flag. If you get into a relationship with someone and they don't really have anything going on for themselves but you do, and you continue to grow and then all of a sudden like they want a piece of the pie, no. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Watch out for that kind of stuff. And again, don't sign anything. Like you don't have to team up with anybody. You don't have to get in a partnership with anybody if you don't want to. So don't. You don't even y'all you don't even need to discuss business with anybody. Like if you work a full-time job and then you go home and you paint and you sell paintings on Etsy, or you have your own website or something like that, like you don't even need to tell people about that. If you're dating, or you're talking to friends or whatever, just tell your friends, don't tell anybody else. Like, don't talk about me. Simple, easy as that. Not to be a bitch, but don't talk about me. Don't talk about my shit. Like, I don't want people coming at me looking for my stuff. And maybe that sounds a little paranoid, but I mean, let's face it. There are a lot of people out in the world today that want something for nothing. Seriously. Like, I work really hard at my YouTube channel. I work really hard on my TikTok. Well, I mean, do I work really hard? But whatever. I work, okay? I have a full-time job. I take care of myself. Like, I'm not just going to give that away to some Tom, Dick, and Harry? Why would I? All right, I'm going to leave it there. Again, if I can remember what it was, I probably won't, but if I can, I'll put it in the comments. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I'll talk to you later. Bye.